guys, I am so excited to start this brand new journey with all of you to start this season. I want to say that the beginning of the year is probably my favorite time because there is endless possibilities and there's endless roads that we can go down to have this season be phenomenal, amazing, anything that we possibly dream of. So something that I really wanted to do, because I have not been here coaching varsity the past 2 years, I really wanted to reach out to a lot of my alumni and ask them to explain to you something that is so near and dear to my heart, and something that I have always went to as far as my mantra when it came to cheerleading. And it's something that just kind of stuck, and it was always a huge part of all of my teams and all of my programs. So that's the 212 mantra. You've probably heard it before, either from me or maybe from kids who have graduated past, but 212 was our thing. It was 212, 212, 212. Well, the whole story of 212 is that at 211 degrees, water is hot, but at 212 degrees, water boils. Boiling water produces steam, and steam can move a train. So it's that 1 degree difference that makes all of the difference in moving this massive object, when if it was still at 211 degrees, that would have never moved. So 1 degree is the difference maker. 1 degree extra of energy separates the good from the great, the phenomenal from the average. The difference between advancing in nationals, making it to finals in nationals, placing at any competition, it's marginal. It can be a 1/10 of a point, can separate you from the next team that gets to go to the next round. That could be a 1/10 of a point that separates you from placing top 3 or placing top 5. And if I told you that you only needed to give a little bit more in everything that you do in order to be great versus good, wouldn't you? So instead of just taking my word for it, because you're probably saying, okay, yeah, coach, I get you. I wanted to really have all of my past alumni, as many of them that could, really answer the question as to what 212 is, and then what it means to be part of this program.
"212 Degrees" has actually been a big part of my life ever since Coach Perry introduced that to us.
212 Degrees is what ultimately allows athletes to be successful. It's all about the extra effort that you all put in, which will ultimately create amazing, unexpected results.
212 means to never give up. Never give up on yourself and your teammates, no matter how hard your practices are.
You should be giving your all in every aspect because it will build your strength individually and then in turn build your strength as a team.
It's not only just the physical energy that you have left or the skill that you have. You really need to put the passion and the love for cheerleading behind it as well.
If you sit there and say, give the 1 extra degree, it's one degree, you can make all the difference.
To give the extra push, that when you think you can't go any further, you can. So when you're doing it full out for the 3rd time and you're like, oh, I'm so tired, I can't do it, you can.
Being pushed past your limits, like both mentally and physically, you keep fighting for this goal, this end goal that might seem so far out of reach at this moment in time, but is truly attainable if you give that extra effort, that extra degree.
When it comes down to it, it's going to be one small detail that'll set you apart from everybody else.
So to me, 212 degrees means putting in extra work. Things just don't happen, you need to make things happen.
Turn up that extra degree. It's not always about will my stunts hit.
It's about, are your thumbs tucked in? Are you walking clean? Are your hands by your side?
Everybody was giving their 110% on the mat. You were thinking about your job on the mat, what your job was to be a part of the team, right?
When you're having an off day and you're like, I really just can't do this full out another time. I'm exhausted, my body hurts, whatever it may be for that day. If you think, if you don't go that extra degree, the team is going to suffer, it changes the game.
When times get hard and finding your why and why you're doing this.
When everyone digs down deep and pushes themselves a little more, everything will come together.
Giving that extra push at every step throughout the season, from day one at practice to your final competition.
You're willing to push past any limit that you set for yourself in order to benefit your team.
There will be points during the season when you feel like you have nothing left inside of you. You will feel tired, frustrated, in pain, and you may get to a point when you just feel like giving up. But it's at those moments when you must fight to give the extra degree of effort, because that's what will make the difference.
So what does being part of Smithtown West varsity cheerleading mean? Well, you have just been brought into a program that is building a legacy. You are part now of its history. And in a couple years, when you do graduate and you look back on this, I promise you that you will never regret a single practice, a single day that it was hard, and all of the commitments that you had to make. You will not regret any of it, because ultimately it's going to help shape you into the person you're meant to be.
It is one of the greatest honors to be a Smithtown varsity cheerleader, and you're about to embark on one of the greatest journeys of your high school career.
You have the support from these teammates who struggle with you through practice, who fail with you, so you all know the same pain and the same struggle.
As soon as you step in that gym, step in that mat, put on your uniform, your team, your family, you're one.
You're really joining a team right now it's going to make you better. It's going to make you push yourself harder than you ever thought you could push yourself.
Using that 212 degrees to motivate and to encourage each other. And I know a lot of people say this, but SWVC means being part of something bigger than yourself.
You don't say, I'm tired today. You don't say, I'm not going to put in my fullest potential today, because that's not what you do when you're on SWVC.
Dedication, commitment to yourself, and especially everyone else around you.
It's honestly life-changing and such a positive environment to be around. It will seriously stay with you forever.
Gaining lifelong personal cheerleaders in every aspect of your life.
The promise to give everything you got every single time.
And the girls and Coach Perry always had my back.
A life-changing experience.
You have to want it for the person next to you. That's what SWVC means to me.
Being an alumni now, you just want to see it grow.
I promise it will be the experience of a lifetime. You will love every minute of it. Just give it your all. Give 212.
Representing every single girl who has worn that uniform before you, who have done so to make history.
When it comes down to it, it's just going to be you guys on the mat out there. Trust coach, trust the process, because when you're out there, you only want your family by your side.
It's now your turn to decide what SWVC means to you. Your moment to become genuinely obsessed with this sport. Your chance to make history. It's your time to move mountains.
It's so much more than a cheerleading team. It really is.